Hello, this is Rashaan Leflore's page, and I haven't did a video in about like a week almost. It'll be a week on Saturday, and this video is on Rashaan Leflore's page. This is Rashaan Leflore. Today is March the 15th, 2022, and this video is going to be an update about a video I did last Saturday about the couple in California, the biracial couple, and some news that I found out about the case doing my research, that now the couple has been arrested. I think I told you that. And there was a conference with the police station up there in California where this lady got on there and she started talking about no questions asked and asking people if they had any questions, and it just didn't make any sense to me. And also, they didn't have a body of the two boys, which were 3 and 4 years old. I correct that because I said they were 1 and 2, that had access to being found without a body. And they were all up there talking at the press conference. And she was just not asking questions, being uncooperative. And how are we supposed to help you solve a case if you're not answering no questions? That was my whole point of view in the last video that I did. And I want to put this on speaker if you a moment, if you can hear me. I gotta turn it up. Hold on. This woman and this man had these babies. I guess they were like, I don't know if they were killed or murdered before they moved in this new house in California in Bakersville. And that's what they said that they lived, because I didn't know the city at the time where they lived at. And when I look back at the research that I did, they said they stayed in Bakersville, California. And what I want to know, out of all the charges, the second-degree murder and the kidnapping or whatever, the missing children, exploited abuse case, where did all the other kids wind up? If the other kids were already not there, from what the neighbors said, where did all the other kids come out missing or come up taken from them in that amount of time in Bakersville when the other kids were? Did CPS step in and remove those kids? I'm not sure. That's the part that I'm very concerned about, is what happened to the other 3 kids or 4 kids that he said and he claimed the father, Trezell, I guess Trezell West. They might be related to Kanye West. I don't know. And the black guy. I'm talking about the black guy, the father. I think he was the key to all this abuse. And I bet you he had something to do with it, because like I said in my other video, that girl is covering up for him because that's his in-home wife. I don't think they really married, but I think that some guys call women they live with wives, and substitute of saying that they just a live-in wife or whatever, live-in girlfriend. And I don't believe they were never married, because they never said anything about their history and how they were brought up on their side of the family with their mom and dad. And that may have a lot to do with it if they do an investigation on how they were raised as kids and their upbringing, but nobody wants to talk, is what I heard. Nobody in that state, in their family, on his side and the mama's side, want to talk. They're afraid to talk. And I heard that this couple got somebody jumped in the family for knowing information about the kids missing. And I think that's very low-lifed, and which goes back to the man, is what I'm saying, of the father. Probably had started this whole fire up with the kids and why they did and gone now, but with nobody. These people are going to have to start talking pretty soon, this couple. And I can imagine it was probably over money and reflection of money problems, and they probably was about to lose their house. You never know where it could be. And then they said that the other children on his side and the mama's side biologically have something to do with the abuse or the killings of the murders or the cleanup of the murders of the boys. And I still don't know how they could charge them without a body. I'm still kind of confused about that. But I guess California laws are different in murder cases than it is in Texas. I just put it that way. So CPS may have walked into this, and CPS probably removed their kids because of all this crap that was happening. Because just remember, folks, this happened like 2 months ago. When this happened a while back. They didn't arrest this couple right away. It took them about 6 weeks to arrest the couple after they made that main video in California in front of their house. And the neighbors said that they had never seen any kids walk in and out of that apartment. They didn't even know they had kids. They were just this couple that moved in the neighborhood on the lowdown and didn't talk to anybody and didn't have no friends. And they came from another part of California to get away probably from the nightmare that they cause for their children to be dead or come up missing. And this is what I think is so sick, is that you get your kids involved, and why did you treat them different than the adopted kids? You're not supposed to do that. Because, see, my kids, a lot of people don't know, my kids were adopted. Only 3 of them were adopted. And they act different toward me, and they resent me because of the fact that, I'm just going to say this, because I wasn't in their life like the other people that adopted them. I'm not going to say no names. And they have some type of animosity toward me because I was bad-mouthed, I think, through the family or without the friends or the CPS case. Like, I didn't give a damn about my kids, and I did. And these people are kind of facing the same repercussions, except I didn't do no wrong. I didn't go out and murder my kids because I needed money or whatever reason that they did it, and cause their children to get involved in the mess that they made, which is very sickly in the mind, to treat somebody else's kids that you adopted like crap and not treat them fairly and with the utmost respect that you would when you adopted them kids, when you went down there and signed all them damn paperwork. And I heard these people were getting about a fat $3,000 a month for all these kids, plus their own kids, and they probably was getting a tax credit check from the state, because we've been getting that for a while now. But I don't think that they qualify for it, because around the time that the kids came up missing, they didn't have a tax credit check. So it had to do with money is the only motive that I think why they would go out and do something to these kids, these 2 boys, okay, which is so precious, okay. And the neighbors, like I said, they said they never seen no kids walk in and out of the house. They never seen any kids in the backyard that day. And they followed him and the baby mama to the corner of the street, and they were in disguise trying to leave the state or leave this house. And they called the police with a tip, and they went after them before they got out of town. And they must have caught them like up the road from where they were stopped from the neighbor. I guess one of the people was out there following them and watching them closely because they didn't believe a damn word they said. Okay. This is a big thing, folks. This is a big case. This is like, it kind of reminds me of the Malaya Davis. And a lot of people say the Chris Watts. I don't think it reminds me of the Chris Watts story, because the Chris Watts story is a little bit more different motive and different background nationality case with his kids and his baby mama and his wife that was pregnant. Okay, so they think that the girl, the baby mama, Jacqueline, they think that she's going to start talking to the press or to the cops about what happened so she could get a lighter sentence. Because always remember, when you have a CPS case or any state case, you have to get the baby mama and the father have to have 2 different separate attorneys to protect themselves. Okay, I don't know, my time's running out on here. So I'm going to hurry up and finish this video. I might have to start off on my other phone, folks, to finish off the video. Sorry. So if it cuts off, don't get scared. So the 2 killings were mass and bad abuse from the biological kids and the mother and the father that were adopted those kids, put on the other kids as an abuse, a beat down, or some type of object that was used to kill them. So I'm going to close off this video on this phone, folks, and I'm going to pick it up on my other phone because my storage is going to run out on here, which I am paying attention to the time. And I will be back with you in just a second here with the other half of the video, which is a small part.